As promised, here's my average rate of change video. All right, average rate of change. I always think of it just like slope, but instead of just using it for lines, you can use the average rate of change for any function in mathematics. So this notation right here, this notation is what they use in calculus. The triangle means the change in y over the change in x. This here is the formula that's slope. Average rate of change, just slope. So with average rate of change, so this is a problem that I'm going to do with you. I made a table of graphs. This is a function. It's a quadratic function. It makes a U shape, parabola. I made a table because you should be able to do this all ways. You should be able to look at a table of values, and you should be able to look at a graph. You should also be able to just take the function and plug it in, plug the numbers in. All right, so when you do average rate of change, the problem always will give you x values. So it will be like this. Find the average rate of change on -1 to 2. These guys, -1 until 2 are x values. It's an interval from -1 to 2. So the problem always gives you x values. You have to find the y values. So in my problem, I gave you the chart, and I also gave you the graph, and I also gave you the equation. All right, so let's do it. So at -1, the y value is 9. So that's one of the ordered pairs. So -1, 9 is one of the ordered pairs. And the other ordered pair, they wanted the x value to be 2. So when x is 2, the y value is 0. Do you see in the chart? Right here. So when x is 2, y is 0. And then, to do average rate of change, you just find slope. The formula for slope is y minus y over x minus x. And remember those subscripts, y2 and y1. It's just to keep things organized and in order. So if I choose to make this be y2, then this must be x2. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You just have to keep it in order. And remember the formula is subtract. So 9 minus 0 is 9. And -1 subtract 2 is -3. So the slope of this line is -3. The slope, actually the slope of the curve, the parabola, the curve from, so now you just look at this point from -1 to 2. So now you just look at this point. You look from -1, which was here, to 2. We just did that slope from x is -1 to x is 2. We just did that slope, and that slope, the answer was -3. All right, I made up one more problem for us. So this is another parabola, and it's y equals x squared minus 4x plus 5. All right. And I want to find the average rate of change on the interval from 0 to 3. Remember, these are x values. They always give you x values to start. Okay, so the next step, or the first step, is to find the y values. So I plug 0 into the equation. 0 squared 0 minus 4 times 0 is 0 plus 5. So 0, the y value is 5. When x is 3, so I just plugged in 0, now I'm going to plug in 3. When I plug in 3, let's see, 3 squared is 9. 9, then I plug 3 in here. So 9 minus 12 plus 5. 9 subtract 12 is negative 3 plus 5. 5 take away 3 is 2. Now I have my ordered pairs, and now all average rate of change just means do the slope. Okay, I'm going to do the slope right here. 5 subtract 2. Y minus y. You have to remember, y goes on top for slope. 0 minus 3. If I choose 5 minus 2, I have to put 0 minus 3. I have to do it in that order. So my answer is 3 over negative 3, which the slope becomes negative 1. So really, you don't even need a graph to do this. But I like to do a graph. Also, and you can also look at a table and find the x and the y values. All right, that's it. I hope you learned something about average rate of change. Good luck, guys.